Hi. In today's video, we're going to be looking at presets on SD and Quantum consoles. Presets are a way of saving your favourite settings so that you can use them again, either on the same session or on a different session on a different SD or Quantum console. This can speed up time spent building a new session, or even be useful in a festival setting where you might not be able to load a new session onto the console. There are a few places on the console that use presets: channels, including all bus types, effects, graphic EQs, and the matrix. The presets panel is very similar in all of these cases, so I'll take you through the channel presets panel, then briefly go over the other panels, and finally we'll look at how to manage presets and move them between sessions and consoles. The presets panel can be accessed from the input routing panel, the EQ panel, the dynamics panel, or the aux sends panel on a channel strip. This will open the same presets panel regardless of where along the channel you open it. The only difference is what the recall scope is set to by default. For example, if you open it from the EQ view, then only EQ will be selected by default. And this applies for all buses too. If you're on a Quantum console, then all of the mustard processing options will also have preset buttons. When you open a presets panel, it will only display the presets that you can load. For example, if you open a graphic EQ presets panel, it won't show you channel presets because you can't load them onto graphic EQs. Down the left-hand side of the presets panel is the groups column. Presets can be organised into custom groups. Maybe you want to group your presets by instrument. Touching a group will bring up the list of presets in the group. In the table in the middle of the panel, we can see the name of each preset, the number of channels included in the preset, unless you're looking at the effects presets panel, any notes about the preset, the date and time when it was last edited, and whether the preset is locked or not. The purpose of the channels column is to allow multi-channel presets. Multi-channel presets allow you to recall presets for multiple channels in one go. This could be a drums preset with all of your favourite drum channel presets, or maybe a horn section. When recalling multi-channel presets, the console will follow the channel number, so make sure that your channel numbers are what you expect them to be before making or recalling presets. To create a new preset from the settings of the currently selected channel, touch the group that you want to save the preset in and press New. A keyboard will then pop up for you to name the preset. Instead of pressing Enter when you've added your preset name, press the Tab button. This will take you to the other columns so that you can select the number of channels and add any notes. Alternatively, you can move between the columns by tapping on the screen. When you're happy with all of these values, press Enter. Once you've created a new preset, the number of channels cannot be changed. So make sure that you have your correct number of channels before pressing Enter. If you press Can or Cancel on the on-screen keyboard, this will cancel the keyboard display, but still create the new preset with a default name. To recall a preset, touch the group that it's in and then look at the recall scope at the bottom of the page. When you create a preset, it stores all of the channel parameters, but you can select which parameters you wish to recall. Select or deselect parameters by touching them. Once you're happy with the recall scope, press the preset that you wish to recall. Now all of the parameters that were selected in the recall scope will be loaded onto the channel. If you recall a preset by accident, don't forget that you can always use the Undo button to reverse this change for the currently selected channel. There are a few more options available on the presets panel. The New Group button is used to create a new group. When you press it, it will create both a new group and a new preset from the currently selected channel. The new group will be given a default name, but this can be changed with the Edit Name function. The idea is that if you want to create a preset and add it to a new group, you can do this in one step instead of creating the groups and then creating the preset. Update allows you to overwrite the settings of a preset with the settings of the currently selected channel. Press Update and then select the preset that you want to overwrite. A small confirmation box will appear. Press Yes to update the preset. Edit Name allows you to edit the name of a preset or a group. When the Edit Name button is lit up, you can select a preset name, or the notes, or a group, and then edit the name. While the button is lit up, you can also lock presets by pressing in the right column. When a preset is locked, a grey padlock will appear. You can touch the lock again to unlock the preset. Locking a preset prevents it from being edited, overwritten, or deleted. Delete allows you to delete a single or a range of presets. Just select the presets and then press Confirm. Pressing the Default button is like recalling a flat preset. It will flatten, or set to default, all of the parameters selected in the recall scope for the currently selected channel. Now let's have a quick look at the other presets panels. In the Effects panel, for each effect that you've already added is an Effects Presets button. Pressing this will bring up the Effects Presets panel. There are a number of factory presets in here, shown by the red padlock. These factory presets cannot be unlocked, but do provide a starting point to create your own custom presets. If you make changes to the controls on an effect, you can create a new preset. If you're on a Quantum console, then you'll also find a presets button on each of your spices in the spice rack. There are a few factory presets in here, like the effects factory presets, that are locked and cannot be changed, but can be used as a starting point to make new presets. In the Graphic EQ panel, there is a presets button to save and load your favourite graphic EQ settings. In the Matrix panel, there's a presets button at the bottom. Matrix presets can recall input routing and/or send levels. If you're using the theatre software, then it can also recall matrix delays. By default, when you make a preset for the matrix, the channel count will be set as the number of matrix inputs in your session, meaning that the preset will be applied to the whole matrix. Before pressing Enter when making a preset, you can change this number. You can then pick which matrix input your preset starts from by tapping at the top of the desired matrix and pressing the Presets button at the bottom of this view. When you recall or create presets, the channel count will start from this matrix channel that you used to open the Presets panel. Let's move on to managing presets and moving them between sessions or consoles. When you create presets, these are stored in the session file. This means that if you make a new session, the presets will not be there. There are a couple of ways of getting around this though. Firstly, when you go into the Load Session panel, there is a button that says Keep Old Presets. When this is ticked, the presets that are currently on the console will be kept on the console and added to the selection of presets in the session that you're loading. Secondly, there's the partial load function. If you've got some presets that you like saved to a session and want to load them onto a new session, go to the Load Session panel. Select the session with the presets and then press Partial Load along the right-hand side. Here you can select which elements of the session that we want to load. In this case, we just want the presets. So make sure that presets is the only thing selected. Then press Load. It will then add the presets saved to that session into your current session. Finally, there is the Load and Save Presets function. This allows you to create a presets file, a .pre file, which you can save onto a USB stick to take and load onto any SD or Quantum console. To save a .pre file, go to File and then press Save Presets. In the panel that pops up, you can find the location where you want to save your presets and give the file a name. If you want to overwrite a presets file, simply select it and then press Save. This presets file will have all of the presets from the session in one file. To load a presets file, under File, press Load Presets. Here you can navigate to where the file you want to load is stored. On the right of the file name, the number of presets in the file is shown, split up into inputs, buses, labelled as out, graphic EQs, matrix and effects. Once you've selected the file that you want to load, check the state of the Keep Old Presets button. If this is selected, the presets you load will be added to the presets already in the session. If it's not selected, the presets that are currently in the session will be deleted and replaced with the presets that you are about to load. Once you're happy, press Load. Another thing to mention is that when you make a new session from the session structure page, you can choose whether or not to clear the presets that are currently loaded in the session, or to keep them and add them to your new session. Thanks for watching this video. As ever, if you're watching live and have any questions, put them in the comments section for us to answer. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos.